Hi everyone, I'm Lucy from Library of Lucy and this is my entire physical TBR at university. So obviously I've just moved back to uni. I have an extremely large physical TBR and I can't bring every single book that I own with me to university, so I really had to narrow it down. So I think I brought about 40 books with me, which I haven't read yet, which might sound like a lot to some people, but what can I say? I have no self-control. So yeah, I'm just going to show you every single book that I brought with me to university. So the first two books are Unite Me and Unravel Me by Tahereh Mafi from the Shatter Me series, and these were the next two books that I needed to read. This one is two novellas in one, and this one is technically the second book in the series. And I'm currently reading this series, so I brought them with me. So I moved back to university on the 6th of February. So I bought some books that were supposed to be on my February TBR. So first I bought quite a few Colleen Hoover books. So I've got Verity by Colleen Hoover, Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover, November 9 by Colleen Hoover, Confess by Colleen Hoover, Reminders of Him by Colleen Hoover, and Regretting You by Colleen Hoover. Obviously that's a lot of Colleen Hoover books, but I really wanted to read these in February because I just love Colleen Hoover and February is kind of the month for romance. And also I did want to do a Colleen Hoover reading vlog. I think I am still going to be doing that, but it's been a bit delayed. But yeah, so I bought 6 Colleen Hoover books with me. Next, I bought The Secret History by Donna Tartt, which I am going to try and buddy read with Tori from Tori Between Pages. Next, I bought House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J Maas, because the second book comes out on Tuesday the 15th of February, so I want to read this one as soon as possible so that I can read the next one. Next, I bought Empire of Storms by Sarah J Maas. I am currently reading the Throne of Glass series, and this is the book that I'm up to. I think it's the 6th book. Yeah, it's the 6th book in the series, and this is the one I'm on, so I just brought this one with me. Next, I have The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I really wanted to read this one this month. It's supposed to be really fast paced, so yeah, I bought this with me. And then I also bought Vicious by V.E. Schwab with me. I'm really trying to read more V.E. Schwab, and I also have another one of hers with me. I just dropped a hairdryer on my toe. So the other V.E. Schwab book that I have with me is A Darker Shade of Magic. I want to read both the Vicious series and this series. Next, I have Stalking Jack the Ripper by Kerri Maniscalco. I've heard really good things about this series, so I want to get started on it as soon as possible. Next, I have the final 2 books from the Off-Campus series that I need to finish, The Score and The Goal, both by Elle Kennedy. Next, I have Sally Rooney's newest book, Beautiful World, Where Are You? If you don't know, Normal People is literally like my favourite book ever, and I also loved Conversation with Friends, so I'm really excited to get to this one. Next, I have The Devil's Advocate by Steve Kavanagh, How to Kill Your Family by Bella Mackie, and Genuine Fraud by E. Lockhart. I do have a few more series books that I brought with me. So I have Kingdom of the Wicked by Kerri Maniscalco, From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout, Six of Crows and Shadow and Bone, both by Leigh Bardugo, City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, New Moon by Stephanie Meyer, Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson, and As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. Next, I have a couple of classics. I have The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde, Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, and more of a modern classic, The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I also have The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, and If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. A few more romances I brought are The Ex-Hex by Erin Sterling, The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren, The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas, and You Had Me at Hola by Alexis Daria. Okay, I'm on the final home stretch now. The last few books I brought with me are The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, My Doc Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell, The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman, Mexican Gothic by Sylvia Moreno Garcia, The Decagon House Murders by Yukito Ayatsuji. I think that's how you say the author's name, I'm so sorry if it's not. Writers and Lovers by Lily King, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams, and finally Battle Royale by Koshin Takami. This one has been on, it's travelled with me everywhere because I really need to read it. But yeah, so that's all of the books that I brought with me to uni. As I got further in, I started explaining less and less about them, but that's just because I can't talk about every single one in this video. The video would just be too long. But yeah, I am going to count the books now. Okay, so there are 46 books there, which was about how many I thought that I would have. I thought it'd be around the 40 mark, which I don't think is that bad really. That will last me a few months. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Bye.